Man, what an amazing year it's been for Spider-Man. First Avengers Infinity War, then the Spider-Man PS4 game, and now this? I mean, holy crap!
I see this spark in you. It's amazing. Hands up! Whatever you choose to do with it, you'll be great.
So Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is a new Spider-Man animated film that instead of following Peter Parker, the Spider-Man that we've been following for 2 decades, almost 2 decades, holy crap. But instead of following Peter Parker, we follow Miles Morales, who in this film, after being bitten by a radioactive spider, comes across this device that essentially allows spider people from different universes to collide, and after all of them essentially collide with each other, they agree to take down the man responsible for this device, Fisk. Well, aka Kingpin. Alrighty guys, let's get into Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So while this film wasn't quite in my top 5 most anticipated films of the fall time, I was still highly looking forward to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I love Spider-Man. I've loved almost all the films that have come out. I love 2 out of the 3 Raimi Me films. Spider-Man 2 is to this day one of my favorite comic book films of all time. I really liked Amazing Spider-Man 1, Amazing Spider-Man 2. The first time I watched it, I really liked it, but upon rewatches, that really not so much anymore. I thought that Spider-Man Homecoming was great, but when it comes to this year, like I mentioned before, Spider-Man has had an amazing year with Avengers Infinity War, then the incredible Spider-Man PS4 game, and now we have this film. Guys, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse blew me away in every single possible way. This film, I have no words to describe how much I adored this movie. There really aren't enough words in my head that can describe my love for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I freaking love this movie. Going right into it, guys, the animation looks absolutely phenomenal, to say the least. How the animators made it look like you're essentially watching a comic book coming to life. There were many spots in this movie in which I had my jaw dropped. It looked that good. And a fun fact for you guys, but this film was worked on by a team of 140 animators. And it's just because this movie really does look spectacular, to say the least. But how they blend different styles of animation, like I mentioned before, how this movie does so many things with the animation genre. This movie, when it comes to animation, it feels like the next evolution in the animation genre itself. It really did feel like that way to me. Another thing that I loved about this movie was the casting characters. Like I mentioned before, not only do you have Miles Morales and Peter Parker, who are voiced by Shameik Moore, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, and also Jake Johnson, but you also have other characters. Like you have Gwen Stacy in the film, voiced by Haley Steinfeld. You also have Noir Spider-Man, voiced by Nicolas Cage, who, by the way, Nicolas Cage is Noir Spider-Man. Perfect. You have other people in the movie who I don't want to spoil, and you also have the main villain, who is Wilson Fisk, aka Kingpin, voiced by Liev Schreiber, who a lot of people have complained is underutilized, but to me, I thought he was utilized just enough because I understood his motivation. He was clear in his motivations. Not just that, anytime he premiered on screen, I just thought, yeah, I don't want to screw with that guy, guys. I know if he did, he would kill me in a single punch. And I know the main concern from mentioning all those characters is that, is this movie overstuffed? But it's not. I don't know what kind of magic they did. They really do find the perfect ways to weave in everything so that there's not a single thing that feels overstuffed or something that feels unnecessary. But since that this movie focuses on Miles Morales, who I thought Shameik Moore absolutely killed it in voicing him, they brought so much depth and so many layers to Miles Morales that I really ended up caring for Miles Morales, that when there were many points in this movie, there were certain points that, I'm not gonna lie, I was in tears. Another thing is that this movie is gut-bustingly funny. I mean, oh my god. I was laughing so hard, and there were certain parts I was laughing to tears. And the thing about the humor, guys, that I loved even more is that it wasn't just joke after joke after joke just for the sake of telling jokes, but rather instead jokes that were really added just to improve the situation of what was going on. Like, there were certain parts of this movie, guys, like I mentioned before, I was in tears. I was laughing so hard at times. Whether it's the absurdities of a certain situation going on or something going on with Miles Morales with himself as a character, this movie was just absolutely hysterical from start to finish, and I couldn't stop laughing. Even though this movie really is absolutely hysterical, was that the film's humor never got in the way of the film telling such a bold and a very heartfelt story. And this story, guys, holy crap, what? This is honestly, I'm not even joking, you guys. This plot here, the storyline here, is one of the best Spider-Man stories I've experienced. Honestly, this movie is tied with Spider-Man 2 as one of the best Spider-Man stories ever. It really is for me. And there are a couple of moments in this film from the plot, one particular moment that I literally said in the theater, holy crap, and my jaw dropped for at least a couple of minutes straight. I mean, holy crap, I wasn't expecting this to happen at all. But there was this one particular moment involving Miles Morales that happened in the third act that as it was happening, not only was I in tears, but I wanted to stand up and cheer for him, because I'm thinking about this movie right now, and God, this was a moment that just... I never thought I would see a moment like this in a Spider-Man film. I never thought I would. As you guys can see, this movie hit me in so many ways that really caught me off guard, that made me love the movie even more so. Also, the film's action scenes were absolutely exhilarating. There were also so many humorous moments, and there were many moments that were crowd-pleasing moments. Not to mention the film's score and soundtracks. I wanted to get the soundtrack and the score for this film right now. It was that good. And then when it comes to the film's ending, they really couldn't have ended the film any more perfect than they did. There's also a mid and a post-credit scene. The mid-credit scene had everyone clapping and cheering, but then the post-credit scene had everyone roaring with laughter, including myself. This was a perfect post-credit scene. There was only one issue that I had with this movie, that it ended. I did not want this movie to end at all. Overall, I absolutely adored Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse from start to finish. There was not a single issue that I had with this movie. The story, the performances, the exhilarating action, the amazing animation, to the hysterical humor, the messages, the score. This movie, guys, I loved every frame of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This is, without a doubt, one of my favorite films of the year, and I am absolutely going to give Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse a 5 out of 5 stars. I loved this movie, if you guys couldn't tell that already. If you're a Spider-Man fan, if you're an animation fan, or if you're just a superhero fan in general, guys, go check out this movie. Alrighty guys, so comment down and let me know below. Are you guys excited to go see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? Are you guys not excited to go see it? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and Snapchat. I'm also on Stardust. So if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links and the usernames are in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. If so, please hit that like button, share, subscribe to see more reviews just like this one. If you guys want to see my review of The Possession of Hannah Grace, please click right here. Or if you guys want to see my review of Creed 2, please click right here. And of course, until the next review, I will see you guys next time.